guys, welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. So, how you guys doing? I'm doing great. It's late. I'm tired. My eyes are... But, keep on doing stuff, you know, it's fun. Last video, we had the Darth Vader and the funeral pyre. I know it's way back there. One day we'll come up and we'll show you all the stuff that we're doing. Alright, so we're going to continue on our theme of Star Wars. Yeah, I know, if we're in this 2 videos in a row, I do wash it, you know. I do, so seriously. So, what are we doing? Well, a while back, I showed you guys the bantha that I printed. And I ran out of resin. I ran out and shit, I forgot. And I hate throwing away a good Star Wars, you know, piece. And this one's heavy. Unfortunately, you know, I don't know why it's heavy, because it did have holes in it, which I didn't, this is not mine, I took this off a Thingiverse and whatever. Anyway, shut up. I printed this and I didn't want to throw it away. And in the last video, I told you guys I was going to make something maybe with our Rancor. Let's check it out. So, we are going to make ourselves a diorama. And we're going to call it How to Catch Rancor. You call it whatever the fuck you want, I don't care. So what I'm doing right now is on my Lego Mars behind you, I'm trying to print a couple of Tusken Raiders, sand people. Alright, I don't want to use, I'm not going to use my characters. Everything I'm doing for dioramas are based on prints, painted best I can, visually there, you know, okay? So what I went and did was I took a 15-inch piece of styrofoam. You know, this is usually the sizes that we have are, they're 15 inches wide, and I think they're 24 inches. I can't remember everything. It's 15 and another 3, 15. Wow, they're about 18, 19, I think, inches. Whatever. Who cares? I split it in half because I didn't want this to be a huge diorama. I wanted it to just be, you know, something different. And what I did was I cut it in half, and then I did the bottom one obviously first, or the top one, I can't remember. And I just took some ziggy lines in it, and then I matched it up to the other one, and then I traced it, and then went and did the same ziggy lines. So that should look like this. And then I wanted to make a pit, but I didn't want the pit to go all the way through both sides, so I just took it off, you know, went to our Proxon, cut it to the back, which is easy to glue, took out a hole, took out a knife, you know, did the sides, kind of thing. Whereas this is going to be, you know, could be a, what do they call that, a Sarlacc pit with Boba Fett fell into. Could be that. We could make some tentacles. We'll see. We're not sure, but we're going to make it out as, because we can't use the back end of this, we're going to make it out as the Bantha has fallen in the pit. The Rancor is open to come and get him. Maybe the Sarlacc pit will have the tentacles out, which is, you know, it's a threesome. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to have a rock surface with a couple of Tusken Raiders, you know, maybe checking out the Rancor as he's going there. Maybe they'll have their weapons, and then maybe a net hanging over. Maybe they could throw the net on it, you know. Just, it's all visual in your head, whatever. But we're going to work on the sides and all that. So right now, these guys we're going to put aside, because this is as much as I'm painting them up. We also have to figure out what we're going to use for sand, because this is going to be like the desert scenes. We do have the coffee grinds that we like to use. Talking to nobody there. The coffee grounds that we like to use. And let's see, we could paint those up, or we could actually just go get some sand, I guess, somewhere. I don't know, no sand out here now, it's bloody cold out. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with this. We're going to glue these together. We're going to let them set overnight, and then we'll start working on the second parts, okay? So stay tuned for the second part of this, or to another part of this. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you a little bit what I've done, you know, without filming, because it's late and I'm tired. We got a little bit of family issues happening, so kind of sad part, but anyway. So in the last one, we basically cut out the hole, cut out the size. This one, what I did was I just took my, the Proxxon cutter, and I cut the sides in, and I also did the mountain, the mountain for what we're gonna do to this diorama. And I also felt that the hole was too big for what we were going at. I'm just gonna show you really quickly. So what I did was I just made it big enough so it looks like, like it fell in kind of thing. And then I placed it so that I can put the Rancor on top of them. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that kind of aspect. And then these are what I printed. I printed these last night. Printed some Jawas out. Some Tusken Raiders. One of my favorite characters. I don't even know what the hell they are. So what happened was I printed, the first time I took them off the files, I printed without looking. I just did what they gave you, and I said, oh crap, that's not even the right size. I want them to be at least 2.5, 3 inches, because just you could see at the size of what I did for the Rancor. That was going to work out. So I figured, well, maybe these could be like little kitties or something like that. So we'll probably have this kind of concept going on, and then these guys on the top. And then what I was thinking of doing here now is, well, you can see that very well, but you can, have them like that. And I'd like to put a net in his hand where he's going to be tossing the net on him, kind of thing. One of the reasons why I put all these things down, you can see they're just like little scraps of it. This is all hot glued. What I'm going to end up doing is we're going to put sand on here, and we want this to be, hilly kind of thing, because even this is going to get covered up. You're never going to see this. You're going to see just like one hole that he's fallen into. That's how it's going to look when it's done. We're going to make it so it's like a hole. And then, of course, the Rancor is out to get them, and then these guys are going to, father and son kind of expedition. Fuck if I know. Lots of drugs. Yeah. So we're going to try that out, and we'll see how it looks. So next step, what I want to do is take everything off and then cover it in some Mod Podge and some paint. So we're going to probably use a darker paint. Use whatever color you want, because it's going to get covered. But we want to also have this sort of brownish, so we might just go with a tan brown kind of covering the whole thing, even the mountain part. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, it's going nuts. Yeah, sorry I didn't show you guys this part. Like I said, we got things going on in our family, and I'm doing this at night because the only time I can get things done right now. So hey, it's I think this is part 2. I think so of this. Not sure. Anyway, stay tuned for the next one. We'll hook you up on that and show you what we're doing. Okay? Thanks for watching. So what we're going to do next is we're going to add our base coat to our diorama. What I did was, again, I took some brown, white, a darker brown, white, distilled water, or just any kind of water if you want, and Mod Podge. And all you're going to do, make sure you really mix it up good. And because this dries, like I said, this dries, fairly fast. So you really want to get in all the spots so that not only will this paint it up, it'll glue it together better. So we're going to try to get this first coat on. Then we'll figure out the color of the building itself, like the building of the cliffs and all that. Sometimes, I'd recommend, if you don't have patience to do this way, is to make sure that you cut up all your rocks, set it up first, don't glue it, set it up, paint them first, and then glue them, and then, you can put another coat on. It's that, the reasons I say that is sometimes you can't get in those little corners and it frustrates you. And, well, bottom line is if you don't have an airbrush, that doesn't help. and you have to get a small paintbrush. You got to get in there. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's a pain in the ass. So you want to get in there, let it just soak. It won't absorb too much of it. It is styrofoam, so I mean there is a percentage of it that will soak into it, but not very much, because styrofoam is pretty dense. You know, it holds pretty strong. So what I'm gonna do is I'll coat this up, and then I'll get back to you and I'll show you guys, because there's no use watching all this. This is boring as hell. You've seen it a couple times. All right, guys. So I'm just finishing up that video of doing the Tusken Raiders, Sand People, whatever, diorama. It's gonna have to be on hold for a while. Fortunately, we had a death in our family, and things are had to slow down. Plus, I'm going in on this Friday, which is in 2 days, for an ICD, so I won't be finishing up that video for probably another week or two, so I won't be around on this channel. Wish me luck. Everything should go good. It's like a pacemaker. It's gonna get me put over my heart. And yeah, we'll get more of that video up and running and finish it up with you guys, okay? So, well, if I can do it, you can do it, and choose your own path, guys. Love my shirt. Oh yeah, check out this book I got from the library. It says Case Files on the Galaxy's Most Notorious. Something to read while I'm going to be laying in bed for a couple of days. Alright guys, choose your own path. Thank you for watching.